let's talk about one of the most powerful and maybe most overlooked tools in the entire HR toolkit. Nope, it's not some fancy new software, it's Excel. And today, we're going to dig into how it can actually become your department's secret superpower.
So for a lot of folks in HR, Excel is that place you go to track vacation days or, keep a running list of new hires. You open it, you type some stuff in, you close it. But what if I told you that's barely scratching the surface of what this thing can really do?
Right. In the world of human resources, it's so easy to see Excel as just an administrative tool, a digital filing cabinet. But here's the shift. When you use it the right way, it becomes an engine for strategy. Seriously, it can help you understand your workforce in a completely new and way more powerful way. Okay, but before we can even get to the strategy part, we have to talk about the daily reality. Let's be real. Every single HR professional is swimming in data, and sometimes just keeping your head above water feels like the biggest challenge of all. I mean, just think about a typical day, right? You're juggling onboarding and offboarding records. You've got performance metrics over here, compensation data over there. Oh, and don't forget the recruitment pipeline and training logs. When all that stuff is managed in separate, clunky files, it stops being simple data entry and starts becoming a real struggle just to keep things organized and accurate. And this, right here, changes the whole conversation. The fact is, pretty much everyone in HR uses Excel. So the question isn't if you use it. The real question is, how effectively are you using it? Are you in control of your data, or is your data controlling you? So, how do we make that shift? How do we get from being overwhelmed to being in control? Well, it starts by moving beyond the idea of a simple spreadsheet and really treating Excel like the dynamic tool it is.
This is what we're aiming for. We call it HR Excel Competency, and it's really built on 3 key pillars. First, there's efficiency, doing more in less time. That efficiency naturally leads to accuracy, so you can actually trust your numbers. But the final piece, the most important one, is strategic insight, using all that clean data to tell a story and help guide big decisions.
This chart really nails the evolution. You're moving away from just basic data entry and manually pulling reports every month. Instead, you're actually managing your data. You're running insightful analysis to spot trends in things like turnover or employee engagement. And you're even building automated workflows that can save you countless hours. It's a completely different ballgame. So what does all this lead to? What's the payoff? Well, when you develop this kind of competency, you're not just getting better at your job. You're literally transforming your role inside the entire organization. And the path to get there is pretty logical. It all starts by using Excel to master your daily tasks and become way more efficient. That efficiency naturally leads to better, cleaner, more accurate data. And once you have solid data that you can actually trust, that's when you unlock the final step, providing those powerful strategic insights that leadership is always asking for.
And that's the real transformation, isn't it? You shift from being an administrator who's focused on process to becoming a strategic analyst who's focused on impact. It changes not just what you contribute, but how you're seen across the whole company.
Okay, so after seeing all this potential, let's bring it back home. Let's talk about you and your own journey with this powerful tool.
At the end of the day, it really just comes down to this. In a world that absolutely runs on data, your Excel skills don't just make you better at your job, they directly define your strategic impact on the business.
So I'll leave you with this one question to think about. If you could wave a magic wand and instantly organize and analyze all of your company's people data, what is the one big strategic question you would finally be able to answer? Whatever that is, that's where your journey begins.